All right, last but not least, Miss Lynda Zeman. Come on up. And
The
Lynda's
window
got-
genie.
He's leaving. You see that? Man.
Wow.
Dave Newkirk.
Sorry.
Lynda comes up.
You should have had her first.
Oh, no. My name is Lynda Zeman. I am the co-owner of Window Genie of Olympia. So, since we're all talking about where we come from, I am half Egyptian, half Irish German, so I guess you could call that thirds, if you will. And so I kind of, people talk about my accent sometimes, because I'm originally from Florida, right? So my dad immigrated here in the 70s, okay, and learned to speak English by listening to country music while living in New York. Okay, so can you imagine the weirdness going on there? And my mom is from Brooklyn, and I grew up in Florida. So my accent is wonky as can be. And
Wonky, I haven't heard of that.
my mother also, you never heard of wonky? See, that's a Florida thing, I guess.
They got that language.
And cattywampus and such things. But my mother, growing up in Brooklyn, was the eldest of 7 children. She was the only one who got to go to a private school. And so she went to a Catholic private school where they were mean to her and told her not to talk like a Brooklynite. And so she was always telling me how to speak properly. And so I can turn that on to you sometimes. So that works. Thank you, Mom.
That's no fun.
Yeah, right. It's not. But anyway, went to school in Florida. I have a degree in dance and choreography as well as a certification as an EMT. I have never used that EMT certification once. It was fun to go through though. Spent a good amount of money on it, just never used it. Good state of Washington does not allow you to transfer a certification. You have to go through their program in their state, and that is why I never got to use it. But that's fine. I did use my dance degree. I worked for Walt Disney World in entertainment, which was super duper fun. A lot of great magic there, and I did parade and meet and greet there. Never let me do show because I'm tiny. You can't tell from my big shoes. But I am 5'1", and princess height is 5'7". So you have to be princess height at the time in order to be in show because you messed with their show line. They didn't like that. Years later, somebody sued them, and so now they allow short people to dance, which is nice. So after I worked for Walt Disney World, I worked for Arthur Murray Dance Studios, which is where I got a lot of my sales training. Between Walt Disney World's customer service strategies and Arthur Murray's sales training, I'm pretty good at what I do. So yeah, it's really great. Arthur Murray, the great thing about Arthur Murray as far as, you know, in the logical sense as far as sales training goes, is that you're selling something to someone that they do not need, that they cannot hold. And so that's a really big thing, right? You know, you have to be able to sell them a feeling, to sell them a purpose. And so that really helped me out quite a lot. And I also got to do the thing that I love. So I am certified in 12 dances, including ballroom, Latin, rhythm, swing, as well as specialty dances like West Coast swing, Argentine tango, bachata, things like that. So that's fun. I enjoy it, and I still teach sometimes. Not really kind of busy, so. That brings me to Window Genie, where someone mentioned to me, you should talk about the things that you guys do, because people automatically think that you just clean windows, and that's not true. We have a lot of specialty projects that we do, such as texturizing cement for anti-slip things. We also do window film, so solar window film as well as decorative and private window film. In addition to that, we supply anti-graffiti film and security film, which is a major thing, especially for like our downtown clients. It's much cheaper to replace a piece of anti-graffiti film after somebody keys your window or spray paints your window than it is to replace a pane. So that's one of the interesting things that we do, and we also take care of exterior cleaning from the roof to the cement. And all the things that we do are biodegradable chemicals, and so we are Thurston County Green certified, which was really important to Spencer and I, to make sure that we are working with our environment and not causing any harm. We are also one of the only maintenance companies that has a relationship with the city and the county, so any large projects that happen to go over the sound, we are certified and trained with them to manage those projects. We worked really hard to get that. It was a long time. Other than that, I mean, any questions about what I do?
We had some
Oh, Zonta.
other hobbies that you.
Yeah, I do, yeah. So I belong to Zonta, and you've probably heard me say that before, and that's an organization that speaks out and advocates for women and girls mostly. And I had the opportunity this past weekend to go to Washington, D.C., and we spoke with our senators Cantwell and Murray, and, well, their offices, because they weren't in session. But it was still very cool. So I had the opportunity to learn how to lobby for a issue that's important properly at one of the highest levels of government. And I was able to do that with the guidance of Zonchans who have done that many times before. So, very, very cool to meet all these amazing Zonchans who are women mostly, who are just intense and amazing, passionate people who I love. And I met our international president and our international president-elect and vice president, and they talked to me. Oh my God, you're talking. I feel like these women are celebrities to me sometimes because they do really awesome things. But yeah, just to be able to have that experience at the Senate and talk to the offices was really an amazing experience. So that's one of my other hobbies. And while I was there, I got to tell everybody how cool Rotary was. So, you know, they ask about that. They're like, well, what else do you do? Oh, I'm a member of Hawkesbury Rotary, and they're amazing. This is what we do. And they're like, wow, we should partner together more. I'm like, yes, we should. You know, because we both do great, both clubs do amazing things. Yeah, that's really about it. And then Xander, my little business partner here, he really does all the work. I don't do much. Anyway, any more questions for me?
So what do you think about Dancing with the Stars and its popularity, and maybe putting on a local fundraiser, Dancing with Dummies?
They actually have a fundraiser, a Dancing with the Stars fundraiser that a couple people have been involved in. You know Thane?
Yeah.
He was doing that last year. So they do have one. Now, my personal feelings on Dancing with the Stars is a love-hate thing. Okay, so when it came out, I was really excited because it brought more attention to ballroom dancing in that world. But I was also really annoyed because to the average watcher, it seems like these people can learn things in a matter of days. I'm sorry, that's not how that works, okay?
No.
And you also don't see behind the scenes where they're working hours and hours and hours for one dance and one dance only, to the same music, to the same steps, every time. That's choreography. And sure, if you work hard enough, you can learn that. But learning to dance socially with anybody at any time to any piece of music is totally different. So I would get very, very annoyed when people would say, oh, I have 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks to do what? What would you like to do in 2 weeks? You know, it's like, so it kind of bruised me a little bit because people were taking my skill that I worked years on since I was 15 and saying, oh, I want to do that in 2 weeks. Okay. You know, so,
Good luck with that.
yeah, so definitely love, hate, and I'm not bitter at all, as you can tell. So.
Just like the police shows, you know, like, you know, the forensics and stuff, it takes an hour to solve, you know.
Yeah,
sometimes
right,
it-
yeah,
Same
same thing. Yeah, or, you know, even like those building shows, people think that they can just DIY it to death. No, you can't. That takes skill and knowledge, you know, it's not the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Professional training is a thing. Anything else? Well, thanks guys, appreciate you hearing me.